Manchester United. Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1. Man United fans now don't they soon a period now. It's normal. Like they've been dragging me left, right, and center. It's normal. It happens. It happens, and that the beauty of football is the banter that comes with it. First thing first. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Chelsea. Good evening, Chelsea fans. Good evening, Man United fans. You got the wins. Kudos to United. I want to talk about Chelsea. I know people will say, Barry, you want to rant. Of course, we'd have to state our opinions, like give our 2 cents about this game. First thing first, you see this badge here was never a fluke. For those that keep taunting us that, world champions, this one. There was nothing like a sudden arrival to that competition that was played in the US of A at all. It was not a sudden arrival. That we competed in that, participated in that competition was never a fluke to start with. We won the Champions League in 2021. We won it in 2021. When was the last time United won the Champions? That was in 2013 or 2012. 2013. Yes. When was the last time Arsenal won? I can't hear you. When was the last time Arsenal won the Champions League? So why is that each time we talk about being world champions, they say blah blah blah, it was played in the US, sunny USA, Sunday. Come on, other big clubs competed in that competition. Chelsea did not arrive at that competition it was never a fluke. It was not sudden arrival. There was nothing like it was by mistake. We won the Champions League in 2021, and that was what qualified us for the competition. Bayern didn't win the league in 2020, didn't win the Champions League, but the fact that they've been consistent for every club that participated in that competition, in their league they've been consistent, in their leagues they've been consistent, or probably they've won the Champions League, or maybe they've been in top 4 for a very long time, like in the top 4 in the conversation. They've been in the top 4, they've gotten to as far as getting to the quarterfinals or the semi-finals of the Europe as in Champions League, and that was the reason as to why they competed, as in they qualified. For those in Europe, for those outside Europe, they've been in the conversation of their various leagues for a very long time, and that was why they competed. So Chelsea competing in that competition was never a fluke. Last season, Chelsea finished in top 4. I'm not even saying because of the last season, that finished in top 4, got to the finals of the European competition they participated in, won it, and still went to the in the FIFA Club World Cup that they qualified in 2021 as a result of the Champions League they won, and they won it. So that Chelsea fans come out to talk about this, it's never a fluke. So I don't understand why people, because Chelsea lost all 20 teams, it's just Liverpool and Crystal Palace that is yet to consider defeat this season in the league. Every other club, other 18 clubs have lost a game. This is game week 5. So I don't understand. Game week 5. I don't get why they are. I know it's normal to drag. Come on, world champions. We are the world champion. It is not our fault. Please, I just wanted to allow that out of the space. Like, it does not. Yes, we won we won the Club World Cup. It's not our fault. We are not the ones that dragged ourselves into the competition. We merited to compete in that competition because we won the Champions League. That said, back to the game. Okay, I watched a little bit of the game. I was in the bus on my way from where I was for a while, coming back home. And, I was just watching the game bit by bit, and I was shocked as to why Maresca made a couple of changes, moving most of his attacking front and bringing it. He became a defensive overlay against a Man United side. I want to look at it from this angle. First thing first, Sanchez, I don't understand. Sanchez, I struggle to find the word. I am not a Sanchez fan. Even when he joined Chelsea, or when Pochettino was the head coach, as in, I wasn't really, because I said something 2 seasons ago, last year. I said his facial expression, he is one facial expression away from committing a foul or from committing himself to concede a goal. He is just one facial expression away from conceding a cheeky goal. Yes, To an extent, in the last 15, 16 games, he's been okay. But today, somebody said it was reflex. Come on, you're a professional that earns good money. What kind of reflex is that? You found out that your defensive line, this is something that I would have to take back to the owners of the club, because this defensive whatever we have is nonsense. It doesn't make sense at all. This defensive shape of Tosin will not be starting for an Arsenal side. Tosin will not be starting for a Liverpool side. Tosin will not start for Manchester City. Tosin will not start for Tottenham. I'm telling you, Tosin will not start. Probably he might start for Aston Villa. But these 4-5 clubs I have mentioned, Tosin will not start in Newcastle. So why is Tosin starting in Chelsea? Tosin should be coming in as a sub. Even Chalobah, I said Chalobah used to be a rock, but now that rock has melted. He's not it again. Fofana, people said Fofana is this, Fofana that, and I struggle to find what exactly is it about Fofana. Yes, he did well when he was in Leicester until he had that ACL and he came to Chelsea, and he has not lived up to his price tag. He has not lived up to expectation. It's either he's causing one havoc or the other on social media, this and this. He doesn't give you anything. When I saw that lineup, like, what is Fofana doing in this lineup to start with? I would prefer this other guy, Achipong, to Fofana, to be honest. Everybody played in the 40 minutes. What exactly were they doing, playing a high line? And with that very terrible defensive shape, attackers who want to play through us, and that was exactly what happened. Your defense line was terrible. What did you do as a goalkeeper? It was the 4th minute. 4th, 5th minute, concede the goal, to be honest, because there is nothing definitely you're coming out. It is a 50-50 chance that you will get the ball. There's another chance that you will not get the ball, and you are outside your 18. You're just at the tip of the arc. Any contact with this player, it's a red card. Even if you have a contact with him in your box, it is a penalty. Concede the goal. It is just 4 minutes out of 90 plus minutes. It is better you concede the goal and remain 11-11 than committing that foul and subjecting your team to what happened today, because it affected. One thing about football, I know I'm not a coach or anything, but you have prepared for a game. This is what you want to play against this side, and somehow your player snapped, and you considered an early goal. You made a very terrible decision in the course of trying to push the ball out as a goalkeeper, and you get a red card. It affects. If probably it was maybe a defender or an attacker that got that red card, the goalkeeper is still there, because this is a goalkeeper that trained for this game. This was the goalkeeper that the coach believed would be okay to be in between the sticks against a Manchester United. It is not Jorgensen. Yes, he's a second player or anything, but or probably maybe fine. There was an injury or something. It was not an injury case. This was something that should have been avoided as a pro. It changed the course of the game. And it brings me to what exactly was Maresca doing, subbing Neto. You said I had to go, when coming back and all that, I had to go to read his post-match analysis, his post-match answers to the questions, because definitely journalists will ask him, because it was terrible. How do you make in the 21st minute of a 90-plus game, you are making all your attackers, you're taking them off? Why? I know, okay, Palmer fine, Estavo fine. What happened to leaving Neto? He said that United were playing with 5 attackers. He had to make it 5 defenders, and you still consider 2 goals with your 5 defensive shape. You still consider 2 goals. Why do you rush? I feel it is in-game management that caused on the part of Maresca. You would have managed this game well. We played 10 minutes before United scored their first goal. At least this guy was out of the game. At least you played 9-10 minutes before Bruno Fernandes scored his own goal. This is a game you shouldn't have subbed everybody at once. You are removing Estavio, let Neto remain. Estavio, you remove him and bring Jorgensen. play with what you have, your defensive shape, maintain that defensive shape, soak in the pressure. Yes, you've not considered, and try as much as possible. I know there are so many games, as in club sides, they go 2-man down and they still end up winning the game against an 11-man team. It happens. Bayer Leverkusen, the new coach after they sacked Eric Ten Hag, Bayer Leverkusen, they were 2-man down with 2 red cards and they won the game 3-2, 2 as in 3 games before the international break. You would have just capped. There was no need rushing. That's why I said in-game management cost Chelsea on the part of Maresca. In-game management, poor decision making from Sanchez, in-game management, and a very terrible defense line. You brought in a defender, played 5 at the back, and still considered 2 goals with 5-man defense. At the end of the day, it doesn't make sense. I understand you. Okay, fine, you did not envisage, but come on, against a United, how can you be playing 5-man defense? Even if they had 5 players, 5 equals to 5. But then, if you still had your goalkeeper, will you play a 5-man defense? Wouldn't you still go ahead to play what you wanted to play? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. This game, it does not make sense. It could have at least maybe a draw. At least a draw. The way and manner at which they considered the goals were goals that would have been avoided. The same thing happened in the Bayern game. The same thing happened with the Brentford game. And this brings me to the owners of the club. You've done well backing the coach with different kinds of attackers and all that, with different profiles. But what happens to your defense line? Cousin is not it. Fofana is not. He's been match rusty. You don't start a Fofana in a game as tense as this. Amorim is under fire. He needs to get results, because you don't win just 8 games. Now it's not 9 games in 32 games, 33 games. He was under fire heading into this game. If you had lost, probably they would have said, okay, bye-bye. Because he said even if the Pope tells him to change his tactics, he will not change. You know the way he plays. The owners of the club of Chelsea get a good defense line. Hincapié was in the market for Bayer Leverkusen before Arsenal came for him. They are good defenders in the market. You just finished playing a Club World Cup. They are good defenders from the South American League. Why don't you get them at cheap price? Since you've been going into that market for a while now. You're getting attackers beautiful. What happens to the defense line? If the midfield loses the ball, another point of contact is defense. In the defense, you don't expect the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is not Spider-Man. He's not. He's not Spider-Man. Not every defender will be like a Thiago Silva, because I know Thiago Silva won't go as in further up like that. These guys are so inefficient. So what's the essence? Like, get Maresca good defenders, because I believe he asked for defenders, that would help to avoid things like this. Because I don't see in the 4th minute everybody was inside. Come on, in the 4th minute of you are playing high line, knowing that Mbeumo always he's even back then in his Brentford days, he's always there to score against Chelsea. It was a true pass, and everything just in that, as in this game ended in the first 21st minute of the game, and it doesn't make sense for a team that wants to compete, for a team that wants to, you want to be there, you want to compete in the highest level. Look at Liverpool. They are doing well. 15 points now. It doesn't come on. The only good thing that I would say so far from all this is that, yes, Chelsea lost. Every other team has lost outside Liverpool and probably Crystal Palace. This is the 5th game in a marathon. It is not a sprint. It's a marathon. Game day, as in match day 5, we still have 33 more games to play. There's a transfer market in January. Probably Chelsea might get in a defender. And Sanchez, I saw his post like the losses on him, blah blah blah. You should think better. Maresca, come on. Your in-game management was bad. Okay, fine, you didn't bring in a Garnacho because Fofana. I still ask, why did Fofana start this game? This is a player that didn't play up to 90 minutes last season. As in all round, he was either injured this, and he has been match rusty. In a game this tense, you don't start a Fofana. Chelsea has not won against Manchester United. Like, they've not won against Manchester United since 2013 at Old Trafford. You don't start a Fofana. Unfortunately, it is Tosin and Chalobah. You have just started whatever it is you've been starting with Saints, and try to improve from there. Not starting the Fofana, because Garnacho should have entered, not Tyreek George. I Okay, outside the fact that Fofana said he was tired and all that, you can imagine the defender is telling you he's tired. You're looking for a goal, he's telling you he's tired. You're paying, he earns 250, he earns 200, I'll be 230. You're telling your coach that you're tired. They had to sub him off and brought in someone else. They brought in Gusto and all that to still maintain the 5 man at the back, and brought in what's his name? What's this Tariq George? I ask again, what happened to Magui? Magui is a striker. Joe Pedro can play. I'm not a coach. I don't have my coaching license, but there are certain things you'd see on the pitch. What if the coach had done it this way? Either way, the result might have gone somewhere that's in something better for you. His in-game management was very poor. His decision making in course of defense, as in course of substitutions, to me, it's questionable. It is questionable. Removing Neto in that game, it still doesn't make sense against a Man United side. Even if they had 5 attackers, 4 attackers can take on. If a Caicedo drops back, you still have someone up front that you can actually pass the ball to run those channels up front. You can change your do something other than what you did today. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. So United fans, well, you've gotten your 9th win under Amorim in 33 league games. So you have 9 wins now. So it's a good one for you. It's laughable, but then again, that's what you get. Yes, they are excited. They've been dragging us. I keep saying, United, you finally seen your flow, so it's a good one for you. Enjoy the moment. The good thing is that Amorim is not going anywhere. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking at it from the banter part. Chelsea just became a Robin Hood, to ensure that they take from the rich and give to the poor. In fact, this time we don't even know whether Chelsea taking from the poor, taking from the rich at all, because come on, we've not really faced any big side this season. This is our first defeat in 5 games played. We have 33 more games to play, and it doesn't stop you from supporting Chelsea. If you banter me, I'll banter you back. Arsenal lost this season. I know those is against Liverpool, but they lose. It doesn't matter who you lost it against, so no problem. They've all lost. It's only Liverpool and probably Crystal Palace that is yet to lose it. So kudos to United. It's a good one. Hopefully we'll see what happens in your next game. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Kindly state your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think what happened today would have been avoided? I feel it would have been avoided if what I've just stated from the beginning had happened. But then again, it's football. Kudos. We'll move on to the next game. We play Lincoln, and hopefully we'll see Garnacho and Magui play in that Carabao Cup, because they really need game time. You don't bring back a Magui, and you were supposed to have sold Tariq George, and now you're playing Tariq George ahead of Magui that you had to bring back because you needed more strikers, as in more strikers, more attacking front, as in players. You've not given him a single minute this season since he returned. It doesn't make sense. You're making this guy look as though it's not fair. To be frank, it's not fair. Imagine you had a Magui in this game. Pedro drives to the mid, as in to the wings, and he plays as an attacker. Something else could have happened. But then, it's 2-1. Kudos to United. Kudos. I believe Chelsea will have taken this loss, and Maresca would learn from it. It's the 5th game of the season. We still have a very, very long way to go. Anything can happen. Let's see what happens. Back-to-back defeats. I can't remember the last time Chelsea had back-to-back defeats in a season. Well, it has happened. I don't think we want to still dwell. Of course, the bans will continue, which it is normal, because if the tables were turned, we'd also ban for as long as we want. So the banters continue. Kudos. As you banter me, I banter you back. No problem. That's football for you. Thank you very much. My name remains Ibrahim. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Rahen Sports. It's written on the screen. And tell a friend that something awesome is coming up tomorrow. I'm back to my biz for now. Tomorrow it's going to be Manchester City versus Arsenal. So who will be Arsenal versus Manchester City? I don't even know who we're playing at all, but then both sides are going to be playing tomorrow by 4:30 p.m. It's going to be a blockbuster. I will be at the viewing center to talk to fans, my Arsenal fans and City fans, what will be happening in that game. Kindly state your opinions in the comment section. What do you think would have happened better today for Maresca or for Chelsea? And is this a beginning to an end, or is this how Chelsea will retrogress? And Palmer, I feel he shouldn't be rushed back. Facundo is there. I still wanted Xavi Simons, but it's not happening. It didn't happen. Facundo is there to play his own part. Kudos to Andre Santos. He did well today. He did exceptionally well. It's just that we didn't have more attackers that would have just, connected with him and connected, whatever it is they did, what he did in the midfield. So it's just the silver lining from everything that happened wrongly today. This is just okay, fine. Andre Santos is there. He can step up his ante and do well. See what happens going forward. It has happened. The loss has happened. We'll move on regardless. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. This is me saying ciao. Up Chelsea. Chelsea for life. It doesn't matter. Club World Champions for life. It does not matter whatever anybody says. Please, nobody should intimidate you as a Chelsea fan. Anybody feel lose. After Man United, where they talk, they never lose. How many games they don't lose? Check the red. In fact, look at this place now. Check the red every food date. I beg you. It has happened. Jerry. We'll move. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.